Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
We play to win. Let's go!
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Taylor takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Taylor. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Watch the 21. Base.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Give me that ball. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Second and 2 at the 30-yard line.
I'm coming.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They run with Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
All day, every day.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Ready, like 25.
Check 56. Hey, check.
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56. Mike 50.
Hey, over.
56. I got it. Mike 56. Mike 56. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Now Ryan. Going up top. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, it's Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. Got his man. That's Harry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Takes 3. 218. Chop it.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And an alley to run. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
61, match box.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Complete to Jones. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two mid, but that window closed quickly. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Well, the drive started in the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Preston Smith in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ready, 25, check. 56. Oh, you got 10? Base.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they...
They got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing is Rodgers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Hey, bye-bye. Safety's creeping.
They'll run with Taylor. Preston Smith there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam. Hey, express. Check nine. Let him go.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Taylor, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They turn to Taylor on fourth. Trucks over it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 11 yards out. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, shoot. Here it comes.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. It's a great throw right there, and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They give to Taylor, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
20.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Ready, blue 80, 125.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And a disappointing way to close out the season. Got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. from Lambeau. Good night.